Today is going to be absolutely nuts, and this dramatic lighting certainly fits the mood. We've got a hell of a lot of work to do, no, not the little baby car, but the car behind it, the 3-rotor. We're about to take it to its first half-mile event since the time it set the record.
Well, he doesn't know this yet, and we're gonna tell him, but report is 177.
And of course with some magic up its sleeves to make that number a little bit higher. Quite frankly, when you see things on TV, whether it be drifting events or half-mile, quarter-mile, and so on, you get to see the end result. You don't see all of the insane intensity that is required to make that happen, and of course to live through it. You can see this firsthand. This is about an inch thicker core from Bell Intercoolers compared to my B Cool unit. Now, granted, they've done a good job serving me for this whole time, but this thing is just monstrous. And with a monstrous radiator comes the need for a non-AutoZone based fan. That's literally something off the shelf of AutoZone, and it sucks. I got this one, a Spall low profile, whatever, 2100, 2000, 2020 cubic feet per minute of air. Little baby curved low profile thing that's pretty nasty. So that should certainly offset the thickness of the new core and pull way more air. But unlike this setup that I have, where it's only pulling from that circle inside of the fan shroud, I'm gonna do what Abel's done this whole time and actually builds a little bit of a shroud out so it extracts air from the entire radiator, making it way more effective. Making the shroud. Using a metal shear. This will magically turn into a radiator fan shroud. The night rage is on. We've got everybody working, all hands on deck. We didn't mean to have it go like this, but we've got Miles working on the radiator fabrication, redoing a couple things, making it beefy. This thing is going to hold a lot of water and dissipate a lot of heat. Frank's working over the shroud that's gonna help extract air from the entire surface of the radiator using the circular fan. Really cool concept. It's not just blocking off the rest of the radiator as I used to think. It's actually helping pull all of the air out of the entire thing. I don't know when I might have this video edited, but you might have already seen me do some pretty crazy things at the half mile. Whether it's blow up and die, crash, or even maybe extremely reset my record. We'll see what comes of it, but we're putting some pretty cool things under the hood right now. That's pretty cool. This thing looks like some sort of like futuristic shit too. Yeah, this thing's not light.
If you have wiring issues, it's not my fault.
Yeah, it's my own fault.
Alright, it's gonna just sit on your wires. I don't care.
Yep, that's fine. It's sitting almost exactly where it needs to be.
Now let's check the fan shroud.
Clean up the swells when we do the intercooler part. I gotta run my freaking Saturday.
Oh yeah. Big.
I'm with the truth like it was measured.
Mm-hmm.
300,000 clearance, plus minus.
Okay, it's a little close over here. We need a... Okay, there we go.
Oh wow, yeah, that clears.
So this is a perfect position.
Yeah, it looks great to me. These appear to be identical housings, and they really almost are. They're both 1.44 AR, but there's a little devil in the details. Look at this edge right here compared to this one. Not the fact that it's rusted, but do you notice that this one's slightly smaller? The fact is, what you're about to see is a 5mm difference, which sounds like nothing, but a 5mm difference on my exhaust wheel is going to make a massive difference on my back pressure, allowing me to flow more and obviously make more horsepower. So this is my little secret weapon right here. We're stuffing a 4508 with a bigger exhaust wheel onto my little baby. Unlike the disaster last time trying to get the fuel out of the car, I've got a new solution, and I'm going to see if this works. We're going to use the fuel pumps to my advantage. My strategy here being that this line right there is a massive 8AN line going into my secondary fuel rail. I'm going to pop that bad boy off, snake it back this way, and put that one, my empty C16 can right there, to receive the fuel that is in the car. It's 91 octane from good old California. While I've got these beautiful, brand new, undisturbed cans waiting to go. Don't be a mess, don't be a mess, don't be a mess. I know you're gonna be a mess. Oh, fuck. This is why being a YouTuber is tough. One hand plugging the hole, one hand holding a camera, no support, nobody around me. This is how Abel's gonna find me dead 3 days from now. Oh. Let's be honest, we all wanna see one thing. How much fuel do two Walbro 450s kick out when allowed to do whatever they want? We need to see it. This is a science-based channel. We need to understand what's gonna happen. So I'm setting this up temporarily. I have master control over it. We're gonna kick on the fuel pumps and briefly see how much fuel they're capable of shooting out. There you have it. And that's the system primed. This is my current test to be able to tell people how fast it fills 2 gallons. I emptied about 16 gallons of gas out of this thing until the pumps started to run dry, because I don't want to run them dry. Obviously, it's a bad thing. And now we're ready to put the C16 back in. And yes, I hooked the fuel line back up. There it goes. All I can say is holy fuck, guys. I don't know if this footage is ever gonna make it anywhere, but 930 horsepower off the roughest first pull ever. Jesus Christ, this car just keeps taking it. This is an almost 9-year-old engine. I don't get it. I don't get it. It's just nuts. We're gonna cap it off at about 860, 870 horsepower throughout the whole power band. That's how insane this car is now. I really do need a roll cage on it. So we just got done dynoing the car at an undisclosed amount of horsepower. How do you feel about that horsepower?
Very surprisingly.
Yeah.
Very surprisingly for us, and very great for the public and all your fans. They're gonna love it.
Yeah, this is nuts. So it's 1 o'clock now. We just got done buttoning the car up. We're heading up to Coalinga, and I think we're gonna split up. I'm gonna go up there now, crash in the car for a little bit, and then we're gonna make some magic happen.
And then I'll see you in the morning sometime.
I don't think the car's getting fuel here though. That's a familiar sight. I'll definitely dust it off, but you remove all the dust and you're left with tons of swirls. So it's either way. I mean, the hood's trash, but I love it that way.